Have
over
you?
there, yeah.
A hovercraft?
Yeah, little baby, little two-man hovercraft. Doesn't work, but I'm waiting to get it sorted out.
What did you get that for?
What for?
Just
well,
for
it's
fun.
a laugh. Well,
what's it called? A skedaddle. It looks great.
Skedaddle make it, and it was called a Jetstream. And it's a little two-man hovercraft. It does 40 miles an hour with one person in it and 30 with two people in it. It's got one big fan at the back that you under the cover there. And the way it works is it ducts the lower kind of 30% of the air coming out the propeller, and that is vented into the skirt. So it's quite a low-pressure skirt, so it's not particularly good. I took it out onto the sea once, and it just drove straight into the next wave. It threw me out. I went straight out the air at 20 feet. I run a dog over with it once. I'd given this little kid a ride in it, and it was the kid's dog, and obviously thought I was...
That could have been a horror story.
And he come running at me, and you can't stop, so I've what do you do? Straight over the top of this Alsatian, similar to mine, big dog. And I thought, oh, God, you know. And I looked behind me, and it popped up and just carried on barking. My wife has got a fascination and an absolute love for 2CVs. Right. Which I think are just the worst car on the planet. Yeah, probably. A horrible death trap. She came home one day, she had a grey one, and then she had a green one and a pink one. I think she came home in the pink one, and it was all lopsided. She came out the drive, and I said, what have you done to your car? She said, I don't know, it just went like that as I was going along. And the whole chassis had split, it just collapsed, and it was like, it had done that underneath. I said, mate, we've got to get you a better car. And the only car that she liked, that was... Because they've all got faces for her. Right. Oh, that's a happy car.
Like
yeah.
That, they're like...
What sort of car you got? I got a happy car. What does that mean? Well, it's got really happy eyes and a little face, and it smiles. What are you talking about? That's amazing. That's fantastic. But just bought it pure fun? Just for that? Just for whizzing around the field, really. I was going to get a couple. Because I was going to get ones like when I have mates over. We have sort of big parties and mates turn up and stay for a few days at a time. So I thought it'd be a laugh to have a few of these. Because loads of my mates are into motor racing or Formula 1. So you could just stay up late and drive around the field and bash into each other? Yeah, make up little tracks. And you can change the track easy enough for different posts and things and just have a laugh. We do. For your planes, obviously, as well. Yeah, just sold my plane, actually, so I'm planeless. Planeless? For the first time in my adult life, yeah. To become an aerobatic display pilot was a dream come true for me, you know, because I used to think that those people were just God, absolute God, you know, and then to one day sort of realise that I actually am one now. It's I was probably more proud of that than anything else I've ever done in my life. The nature of air display flying, you're very close to the ground, you're going very quickly, you're upside down and very close to other aeroplanes if you're doing formation. So there is an inherent risk in the closeness of things, and you're sort of working airplanes quite hard. But I wouldn't say it was especially dangerous, but people do get killed in it. You kind of have to expect it. The problem with me was I did it for so long, and so many people died that I knew. It went from being something that was really an amazing thing to be a part of. You're part of this kind of elite of good, exciting flyers, and it went from this amazing thing to something that's actually really quite depressing. Now you get to an airfield to do an air show. I remember the last year that I did, when I eventually stopped doing it, I'll get to an airfield and I just thought, I don't know anyone. All of my friends are dead. I was in a plane crash in, when was it, 81 or 82 in January, near Southampton, and that's a propeller from it. The engine quit, and we ended up coming down in this field, but we couldn't stop in the field. When the undercarriage collapsed and went up the end of the field and took off again at the end of the field. And the wing hit a telegraph pole and it swung it around and dropped down into the middle of this lane. Looked like we landed in the lane, but we didn't actually come across this field. There was one woman, she had a little 1100, little Austin 1100 car, and she was trying to drive. I mean, how calm are you? You're going home, she's in this little 1100, she's driving home to do her husband's dinner, apparently. That's why she wanted to squeeze past. She's driving along this little country lane, an aeroplane goes, bang, smack, right in front of her. Does she bat an eyelid? Pop star jumps out. Does she bat an eyelid? No. She tries to keep on going under the wing. You joke. No. And I run out and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. And she said, I'm late for my husband's dinner. It's still smouldering behind me, you know. It can blow up at any second. I said, get away. She can, there is no, this is the way home. And she wasn't even worried if you were all right? Absolutely, as though it had not happened. As though it was like a low branch or something. I couldn't believe it. Like, you must have lived through the Blitz or something.
Coming up in part 2.